Welcome back, everybody. We're going to continue off where we left off, which was, if I remember right, flooring my garage and taking care of the walls and whatnot. Now, it's been a while since I've put up any kind of uploads lately. I've just been kind of busy with other things, and you know how it goes, man, with work and stuff around the house and everything else. But here we are. So, as you can see, I've been pretty busy here. If you're just now tuning in, the overall objective here is to basically finish this off for now. What this essentially is going to be is kind of like my garage for my vehicles, and over here I'm going to create kind of like a workbench area, and all throughout this area I'm going to start trying to eventually stock this place up with things like shelves and whatnot. I think, if I remember right, I think I finished the flooring. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like I finished the flooring. And I have a lot of work to do in terms of windows, because this place is going to have windows. Basically, I think if I remember right, I think I came to the conclusion that I'm going to go ahead and go with, here's part of the wall. So skip, window, window, skip, window, skip, window. I don't know if I really want to do that many windows, but I'm trying to think if that's really what I want to do. I know that over here, I've been planning on putting kind of like a, I think what I'll do is I'll put a door here, window, 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 door, window, and do the same thing on this corner. And some of the reason for that is because I don't want to have to go all the way up here to be able to get access to the outside and stuff. And I also have plans on eventually enclosing this area, but leaving it exposed for a garden so that I can plant things. So I mean, we're going to wind up having a pretty huge base here. And all of this excludes the stuff about doing things on the upper floors, because I'm also going to wind up basically putting a roof on this, and you know, probably putting another room or two upstairs. But in order to do all this, regardless of whatever we're going to do, we're going to have some wood, and I need to make some wood runs, so I'm going to figure out where I am with that. Okay, so I've got some planks in there, got some planks in here. Let's see here, because I think I had some stuff. Okay, looks like I got all that. As far as my inventory is concerned. Okay. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Put a window here. Now, let me think this through, though. If I skip 2 and then window, what would that look like by the time I get down here? So let's put that into play real quick. Skip, skip, window, 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 skip, skip, window. Okay, yeah, I don't like that. Or do I? That's going to be the door, the window. Skip, window, skip. Yeah, that's gonna be perfect. Skip window. Come on, be my window. Menu. There we go. Skip window. Excellent. Slickmon. Man's getting kind of hungry, so let's go ahead and take care of that real quick. Hope you guys have had a good time if you're seeing this. Not just with my videos, but just kind of in general. We're staying busy and healthy and safe and blah blah blah. Myself, I've been trying to catch up on TV shows. I've been watching this show that my buddy of mine kind of suggested, that show called Shogun. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that or not, but if you haven't, man, you should check it out. It's a pretty good show. It's a little slow at first, but after you get to like maybe the third or fourth episode, it begins to pick up. But basically, it's about and by the way, I should say that the majority of it is in kind of like subtitles because the, you know, Japanese and stuff like that. But from what I understand, there was an English guy that wound up having some accidents or something on a boat that was making some sort of trade run around Japan back in, like, I don't know when. You know, it's one of those ancient time type things. But the boat winds up having problems. Everyone on the boat is basically from, I think, England, if I remember right. And they wind up having some diseases and things, and it basically runs ashore on the coast of Japan. And they basically get taken prisoner. But the one guy, the one like main protagonist, English dude, who I think is basically well, I don't think he was the captain of the ship, but I think he might have been like the captain's mate or something like that. He kind of gets integrated into the Shogun culture, society, and from what little I understand about it, and it's hard for me to try to keep up with everything that's going on because of the subtitles, as well as just the simple fact that there's just a lot of politics in the show that you got to kind of sit there and wrap your head around. But the main guy, he winds up kind of becoming integrated with one of the factions of the Japanese Shogun regimes, I guess. And because of some of the politics and stuff, that particular faction winds up essentially waging war against some of the others. And, you know, I don't want to give a lot away, not only because I don't want to spoil anything, but also because I'm still trying to wrap my head around a lot of it too. But it's a pretty good show, so if you haven't seen that, you definitely want to watch that. The thing I cannot stand about a lot of the shows nowadays, though, is that they always wind up... Like, if you look back in the 90s at the shows and the number of episodes certain seasons wound up having back then, I mean, you're talking about shows back then that would have sometimes like 24 episodes or even maybe more. But nowadays, it's like you'll be lucky to get like maybe sometimes 8. And I don't know if there's ever been a show that I can think of that was less than that. But sometimes 8 and sometimes no more than like 12 or 13. And and then it's like a year before you wind up seeing like the next season. Now, I don't know if this show's like that or not. I think it might be. But even if it is, it's definitely worth a watch. But I've been watching a lot of the Shogun stuff, and I've also been watching the the X-Men 97 cartoon. I don't know if any of you guys are fans of that or not, but if you aren't, you definitely need, or if you are, you definitely need to check that out, because that's been awesome. And I think they're going to wind up integrating a lot of the stuff that you see in the cartoons in with the MCU. And I think here before too long, I think they just wrapped up season 1. From what little I understand, I think they already have season 2 produced, and they're working on a season 3. But I think in the next season, there's going to be some like Captain America introductions and you know, things that kind of coincide a lot with what's going on nowadays with the MCU. So might want to check that out too. Besides TV shows, man, I've just been kind of watching movies too. I watched that Civil War movie. I don't know about that, man. I mean, it was entertaining. I mean, everybody has their opinion about some of the stuff that's going on in today's political world, and all of the left versus right, conservative, Republicans, blah blah blah, leftism. And I think, in my opinion, I think that movie reeked of being biased towards the left, you know. I don't want to spoil a lot in case you haven't seen it, but I think what the producers tried to do is kind of center everything around the experience of the journalists that are essentially the protagonists in the show or the movie. But the thing that I noticed about the movie as I watched it is that it didn't really do a very good job of making that the central like theme, because there was a lot of other stuff that was in there. It's almost as if the producers had some sort of vision of trying to make it into that type of movie, but because they got lost in all the other stuff, they wound up kind of lost track of what they were originally trying to do. Anyway, I'm gonna make another loop run here. But I kind of had sour tastes about that movie. I didn't really like some of the stuff that it depicted. Not because it's like not because any of it was like sensitive or too much or something like that, but it just seemed as if a lot of it was just too, I don't know, man, too biased or something. I get it just right to where. Let's see. Other movie I watched was the second Dune. I think personally the first Dune was the better of the two so far. The thing I wasn't really too crazy about in the second Dune was the fact that, again, it was kind of like I mean, in the first Dune, it seemed as if the producers, directors, whatever, they all kind of had a cohesive idea about what it was that they were wanting to cover throughout the film. They didn't cover everything, especially as far as the books are concerned, because there's a lot more stuff that they glossed over. But the movie, I mean, it was good because they did a good job in maintaining kind of like a direction of what it was that they were wanting to portray. As to where in the second one, it seemed as if they had a lot of stuff that they were wanting to cover, and they kind of lost track of what it was that they were wanting to focus on. So whenever you're sitting there watching the second one, it seems as if they're trying to cover a lot of stuff all at once, and as a result, they kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like they just lose track of what it was that they were wanting to focus on. It was still great though, don't get me wrong. If you haven't seen that, man, you really got to see that. This is the slow part of this thing that I'm doing, man. Grabbing all this wood and making all these trips. This part kind of sucks. It's gotta be done though. So I always do this. There's like a janky aspect to this UI, I think. Stand the fog. Makes everything just that much worse. This is dangerous. my overall goal is to essentially liberate the entire map. And it's not going to be easy doing that, but that's one reason I'm doing all this stuff, is to kind of prepare myself for the long haul. I wish this game had is like a wheelbarrow or something, you know, something that you could use to kind of like lift things better or move things better. Like, it'd be kind of cool if there was like a different kind of mechanic in this game that allowed you to make actual like machinery and stuff that you could use. Like, for example, me having to go back and forth to get all of this wood. Needless to say, that sucks and takes a lot of time, but wouldn't it be kind of cool if you could like make some sort of hoist or something? I think in the next version that they're going to release, they're going to make it to where you can actually use some of the machinery that you find in various places, like the wood mill and stuff, if I remember right. So that might be kind of the direction that they're headed with some of this stuff. It's going to be really cool whenever they finally do the underground stuff too. That video that they released on the website that shows the, like, what was it, like 30 stories or something like that, a 30-story building, and falling off of it. it was pretty neat. Can't wait to be able to play on that. And underground too, that's going to add a completely different dimension to this game. But heck, at this rate, man, I'd just be happy to have some NPC stuff. That's going to be another thing too that I think they're going to release here before too long. At least with the animals. Go. I kind of think that I should probably have some sort of stairs over here too. Might want to do that at some point. safe. So I want to make sure that I don't accidentally fall down. See, this is the trick. I don't feel like an idiot because I can't see where the end is. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dismantle this. So that's a piece of scrap in them. It's firewood. Slow progress, but we are making some progress. Supposed to take the last one. I just thought of something else that I should do. Do it right now. Working up here, there's always the dumb luck that you could fall down. And if I was to do that right now, I'd be in a world of hurt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a splint just to be safe. That way I'll have something like that in case something stupid does happen. Just need to remember though how I do that. I think it's with let me see here. I think I need sheets. I should have at least one sheet somewhere. I've got some on my bed, but I just want to use there. Throw something in here real quick. Jeans. Tell you what, let's use one of these. Sheets, and I'm trying to remember if I think you need a branch, don't you? Yeah, I forgot I have these grabs right here. want to end here. That one. Okay, good deal. Now, nails. We've got 83 nails. We've got plenty of nails. I think we're about ready to make another wood run here. Used up everything in the trailer, and I believe we used up everything here. Yep. Let's do it. Every time I look at this, I mean, do you call this a truck or a van? I sometimes call it a truck, but regardless of vehicle type, every single time I see it, I always think of Jeepers Creepers. That movie freaked me out the first time I saw it. those peepers. Stuff in here. This is gonna be awesome when I get it done. So she didn't take so long. Slow down, slow down. Usually one thing I also do up here is put these fences along here and then along the backside. And the reason I do that is because, at least in the earlier versions of this game, sometimes if you would walk over that way, you would literally fall through into the cabin. Clearly some sort of, like, I don't know, like a boundary issue or something there. I don't think it's like that anymore, but I always put those fences up there just to be safe. let's just wash this truck. I'm getting tired of seeing those bloodstains. Gotta have a clean car. I don't know what in the heck that sound is supposed to be. Is it supposed to be like a cow or something? Be damned if that sounds like a cow. Dang it. Do I not have... I need some more nails. Stand right there. Just about 50% done, I think. Well, I'm gonna get a quick bite to eat here so that I can get my health back up, hopefully. Let's see here. Let's open these up here. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Fed. This is a perfect example of how, like, having some sort of wheelbarrow would be awesome. Because then you can just kind of walk around the area with the wheelbarrow and then come back to your truck and load everything up. this is going, I might be able to get this all done with probably 2 more wood runs. Maybe. Just one. Oh, that was from apples. now I'm gonna have to enclose all of this with the fence. It's the absolute last thing you want to have to deal with in this damn game is broken bone. Looks like I'm not gonna have to do that. I guess. If I can close it right here. Fix this dude real quick, I think. I get the other end. Yeah. These, I guess. Sweet, man. Should have put the door in there. Yeah, I forgot. Oh well, get it later. Wait a minute. Let's get Windows. Windows. It's gonna have to be a different layout. You know what? Now I'm thinking. Well, no, I'll stick to the original idea. I was thinking about maybe, well, for some reason because window, door, window, skip, window, window, door, window, skip, window. Then my pattern's off. So I could either put 2 windows right here, which I think I'm going to do, because that makes more sense, because then for some reason, for a split second in my mind, I had it that I could put a door right in the center, but that's because I counted it wrong because I didn't have my window right there. So I'll just keep it the way it is and put the 2 windows in there. I think I had it. I guess I didn't. Okay, that's done. That's done. I think I got everything I needed to. Yeah. Okay. We're getting there. Come on. Here for too long, we're gonna have to go looking for some more windows. I think the fog's beginning to let up a little. these I screwed up on. So we can put them. Okay. What am I missing here? What I'm thinking wrong or something. So I could technically put a door right there if I wanted, as far as the pattern's concerned. Maybe put like 2 windows on each side of the door or something. Because if this is going to be where my workbench area and stuff is, that'd be kind of cool to have, you know, good visibility, I guess. I mean, I don't know. You know what I want to do? Just maybe put one more window right there. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Because then I won't have to worry about more doors. Screw it. Okay. This is nice. I mean, it's not like we can't change things later if we ever decide that we want to. Redo this though real quick. Disassemble. Yes. This. It's not a cow. Some nails. Yeah, nails. Well, I need to kind of tell you what. I'm gonna clean some of this crap up real quick. Slide. nails. Crap. Got one more box. Surely I've got more than that. Do I really know I have more than that? Guess not. More hinges too. Yep, we're gonna have to make a supply run, I think. Okay, well, let's get this thing made real quick. Okay, so let me see here. Each door requires 1 doorknob and 2 hinges. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Need 8 hinges, 4 knobs, which I've got there in the house, but I'll just go ahead and pick some more up just to be safe, because I'm sure we're going to wind up having more doors. But man, oh man, do we have a lot of windows to get. God, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27 windows. Eesh. Not counting some of the... well, actually 28, because I plan on putting a window there, and 29, actually. Is it 29 or 30? I think it might actually be 30. Yeah, it's going to be 30, because I'm going to put a window here and a window here. And that's just the first floor. So... oh, man. Got a lot of work to do. 30 windows. I'll tell you what, I think we're going to wind up ending this video right here. When I come back, we're probably going to go and... let me think. We might make a run up to... get the map here. Let's see, we're right here. I can't remember what that town is up here, but that might be where we might go. Because they have like a hardware shop up there, and a lot of residential properties, which will have a lot of the windows that we want. Because we need nails, and we need windows, and we need doorknobs and hinges. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end it right here. It's getting to a point where it's just about supper time over here where I am. If you see this video though, and you have any suggestions or whatever, definitely let me know. Again, this gameplay that I'm doing, it's meant for the long run. A lot of guys, they play this game and they just kind of go around and, you know, ransack stuff, fight zombies or whatever. But I'm in this to actually not only build this awesome base, but the reason I'm building this awesome base is because I'm actually going to try to liberate the entire Muldrow first, which is basically this town that's right here. Further out you go, I mean, up here is Louisville, that Riverside place, whatever it is, and I can't remember what the names of these places are, but my goal in this is to liberate this entire block, and so it's needless to say, I'm in it for the long haul, and that's the reason I'm doing so much with this place that I have right here, because I'm gonna have my workshop over here, storage, you know, storage for not only building materials and whatnot, but also for engine parts and stuff for the vehicles that I'm going to have, because I want this vehicle with this trailer, but I also want to pick up something like a normal truck for shorter supply runs and, you know, quick ins and outs. And I I think probably upstairs is where I'll wind up having an armory. And then over here is where my plants and crops and stuff are going to go. And I don't know, up in here somewhere is going to be like a trapping area. So that's the long-term goal in all of this. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this, and make sure to tune in next time. Have a good one.